That's a great question, not cheeky. Great.
Oh, I don't even know. I'm going to be frank with you. You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
How do you go about striking the balance between the darkness and the humor?
Well, a lot of it is just written in the script that way. There are funny things and dramatic things that happen to be in the same story. And the story is quite absurd. If you think about it, it's kind of funny. So it takes a lot of effort to ground it enough for people to even get all the way through it. But I think we just trust our instincts and want to provide laughs and want to provide adventure. And we try and pull back on the laughs when we want the adventure to hit. Or sometimes we have a suspense scene and we end it with a laugh.
Mm-hmm. Take your seats, you're a little bitch. I learned something yesterday that I didn't even know when we were shooting, which was that Rachel, when she bites a chunk out of my shoulder, spoiler,
Fun fact.
it's a plum. She spits a plum.
Yeah, bloody plum. That's amazing. Yeah.
And I only just found that out yesterday.
You didn't know when it was happening?
Nah, pretty checked out on set.
the moment. I
I'm so
love that.
busy responding to the pain.
Yeah, I'm just like really in it.
Sometimes continuity is the toughest thing to do. When you throw a cup of blood into your actor's face, you really need to recreate that blood hit. And I don't mind, I'll do it again and again until I get it right. But it's an unknown thing how it's gonna splatter.
You don't mind, but Rachel might have.
No,
They were on board with it all.
actually, yes.
Yes.
They're super professional actors and they put everything they had into the movie. So this was a minor aspect, minor inconvenience to be splattered by boar spittle. Less so even with boar blood. Maybe a bit more so with boar mucus.
You ever hunt? I think I like it.
I guess it's just two crazy people.
Yeah, we just, you know, gave it our best, I think. Hoped for the best.
Yeah, we
No,
tried.
we had such a great time together.
It was really fun.
We had a lot of fun, and Sam's like so collaborative and loves it when you sort of bring all the ideas and swing for the fences, and he's never like, ooh. Well, if he does, you know, it's funny when he craps on you.
Yeah, very occasionally you'll have an idea and he'll be like, I don't really get that one. But like he's so supportive and like,
But his bar is high, yeah.
and he gets really excited by, you know, you taking ownership over something and it coming alive. So it's really fun to just, yeah, I guess, I don't know, we were just having fun, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
But getting us out of here, that should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley.
Who are you expecting audiences to root for the most?
We're hoping that they, whoa.
Every time.
You okay?
Yeah.
I think we're hoping they'll flippy floppy.
I will say, last night, well, I ride for Linda so hard.
Aww.
And then last night I watched it again. I was like, oh, I see what you're saying a little bit.
Yeah?
I forget that
Right.
she really
You're
goes
just
for
like-
it at the end.
Right.
I still love her,
I was
though.
like, but what
I'm
about
still
the,
so all
and
about
the-
it.
I mean, that's pretty. And you're like, nope,
Yeah.
nope, perfectly understandable,
Again,
totally
one of my
forgivable.
favorite things in the movie is when he tries to take your backpack and it's like you're not gonna need this anymore, and you're like just yeah. I love it.
That's the beauty of the film. It's such a conversation piece. You watch it, and what I love is discussing with audience members. They all have their own opinions. It's very interesting to see, especially with the opposite gender. So I don't think you can pick one. I think it's up to the viewer.
Yeah, no, I still love Linda. But
the
flippy floppy is hope. We're hopeful for the flippy floppy.
yeah.
You are stuck with an asshole boss. Just like I was. Although I'm betting I'm a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part.
We found that the similarity between a horror movie trope and a comedy trope are very similar. In a comedy, you do the setting up of a joke with an unexpected ending, which causes a laugh. And in the suspense business, we create, let's say, a person moving down a dark hallway, unexpected again, what's going to happen, audience following along, and then an incongruous moment that could be a scare. And I've ended up mixing the two in my movies. And I've actually found that you could do a suspense sequence and end it with a laugh. Or a scary setup, sometimes a very powerful setup to a joke. So it's not as clear-cut as it may seem to just be straight during the action sequences, as I was suggesting. Sometimes it's a crazy mix-up.
It's the sense of release, but really it's the community experience in a theater. Being in a dark room with complete strangers, but feeling the same emotions and screaming and closing your eyes and laughing. And last night I saw this at the screening, yelling at the screen, yelling at the characters, don't do it, don't trust him or don't trust her. There's nothing like it.
Would you guys be any good at surviving on a desert island?
Nope.
We've both decided no. And we've seen that firsthand, actually. We know
Yeah.
from experience.
Yeah. I was cast for a reason.
Well, from our survivalist Kai, I could collect water now. I don't think my shelter would be rainproof, but I could make one that would keep the sun off someone. And that's probably the extent of my survival skills.
If I had a knife, maybe I could make some sushi and then it'd be okay.
Sushi. Where are you going to get the fish? Did you forget that?
That's all you need. I think
We
that's-
wouldn't survive.
You've got a big week next week because you've got Send Help coming out, but also Twinless.
Yeah.
For anyone who might be partaking in a Dylan O'Brien double bill, which order would you watch them in?
Oh.
Ooh, that's a great question. Not cheeky. Great.
Oh, I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah. You're like, just pick one. It's not that deep. Mosey into, either of them, please.
Just watch them.
Not precious about the order.